Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath number 889.
FamilyMath889. We got a little viola music going on in the background for this, so we'll just have to make sure we talk loud enough so that the camera can hear us. So this is, do you remember playing with this program before?
Yeah.
Alright, why don't you press play. I'm just going to switch it so it's a different one than what we looked at with your brother. Okay, press play and tell me what you're seeing here.
Well, let's see, now we have a bunch of dots, guessing I think it's 25 by this, and all of them are doing this random walk.
Okay. I'm going to zoom in on it. Looks pretty good. So what do you notice? What can you tell me about the random walk that the dots are doing here?
Well, because there's a higher probability of going lower distances.
Going what? Say it one time.
Or they're going very shorter distances every time.
Okay.
They're just kind of like bouncing around. I think some of them have gone off the screen, like that one there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no real pattern to these dots. They're just 25 of these dots doing this.
Okay. Do you think it matters which one of those ones we pick?
No.
Okay, why not?
Well, it seems like at the beginning they all started in like different orientations, and that to me looked kind of random.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant which one of these ones we pick.
Oh.
Do you want to add the circle jump one just to see, and start it from the beginning. So.
Just press this button.
Yeah. Okay, now they'll all start together. Can you see the difference between the blue dots? Any difference pop up in your mind between the blue dots and the black dots?
Oh, now it seems like I see saw some clusters of dots. I saw like 3 dots grouped together. I can't really see the difference in color.
Alright, maybe we should switch to red dots then instead of the blue ones. Why don't you turn the blue ones off, and we'll switch to red ones. Okay, so start it over.
Now I can really see there's clusters and I can see those triangles that it's making, and yeah, I can tell.
All right, so can you tell the difference? Does the distribution of the triangular jumps look different, or does it look the same as the black dots?
It looks different.
Oh, what's different about it?
Well, let's see. This dot here is just sort of going in all directions. But you can sort of tell with this one that it's going in like a sort of a kind of tiling triangularly. Okay,
but yeah, so the individual steps, but where the dots are distributed now, sort of after 1,000 steps, does it look like the 25 dots that were following this pattern are in a different shape than the 25 dots following that pattern?
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. So what would you say about the two patterns of dots?
So they're kind of hard to tell apart.
Okay. Yeah. And that was kind of the surprise that we got through when we looked at this a couple weeks ago. And I wanted to ask you, do you think that this random walk pattern that we're seeing on the screen here would be a good description of anything that you see in your day-to-day life, and maybe you don't see it, but you think this random walk pattern would be a good description of anything that you can think of?
Well, maybe if it's like an animal almost.
Okay.
So if you have maybe like a chipmunk, I mean, if there's no other factors, like if there's not an acorn or something that scares it, it's just gonna wander around.
Okay.
And that kind of looks like the Gaussian one, and even if there's like some factors, there's a lower probability of it like running away in a direction because there's a low probability of it moving greater distances.
Okay, so it just kind of wanders around where its home is.
Yeah.
And doesn't wander too far away from it. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. That's a good description of how a chipmunk might move around. Another thing that sort of moves in a pattern like this, you can imagine like if there was a dust particle in the air, just kind of floating around, it would just kind of bounce around, maybe not go too far away. But today we're going to look at a different kind of pattern from these, and it's actually by the same guy, and we're gonna see a very different behavior. But we're going to see that in the next video.
All right.